Welcome to another Zincast, and I'm sorry that I've not had a video recently. I am under the weather, and to be fair, the weather has not been video worthy. So yes, will you see some snowflakes today? Depending where you are. Say north of Rockland County, 1 to 3 inches. A little bit north of that, 3 to 4. A little bit north of that, mountains, maybe 5 or 6. But it's all going to change over to rain, and that is the key. It's really, did it really snow if it all gets washed away? I don't know, but when you're starved to see snow, seeing any is, I guess, good enough. But I've heard a lot, this is so unnatural. I've never seen a snowless winter. This, that, the other thing. Oh, it's always going to rain from now on. We'll never get snow ever, this winter and all future winters. I've heard it all. All right, and no, guys, it's just the track of the low pressure system, guys. It's not. It's nothing else. So last night we had high pressure build up to the north, and that pulled in an injection of somewhat cold air. It wasn't so cold, but you felt that that briskness in the wind yesterday, bringing in that cold air, and that's set up shop. And then you have the low pressure system, which is working itself through the area. Now, here's the trick. Low pressure system can go something like that. Okay? Well, how does the winds flow around low pressure? Well, it's counterclockwise. So you have winds coming up like this. And on the other end, you have winds coming from like this, right? The reason why I'm drawing all this is because it's right there in the writing. You have warm air, winds coming from the south, pushing up north. Currently, you have some cold air coming in from the north, but the warm air is going to win out because this low pressure system is moving this way. So it's going to end up pushing that away. How long the cold air stays, that's how much snow you'll end up seeing before it changes over. In New York City, you're not seeing it. You might see some flakes, but whatever. Again, even Rockland County. If you get a dusting, I'd be surprised on cold surfaces. But the bottom line is, with this storm track, all of this warm air ends up bleeding all the way to the north, and this places that are snow change to rain. On the back end of it, on the west side of the storm, the northwest side of the storm, you're getting a snowstorm. Congratulations, right? So, I mean, just watching this, right? Watch that low, right? And you see how that warm air, and let's clear the drawing board here, right? Here's the low. Again, where do you want this low if you want a snowstorm on the East Coast? Well, you want that low like here. Why? So that you're on the west side of the storm, right? The northwest side of the storm. You get that cold air being able to feed in. But no, that's not what's happening. By the way, what do they call these storms when they're off the coast like that? The common word. Nor'easter. It's not something that someone just made up because we live in the Northeast. It's because the winds are generally coming from the Northeast. And the more north that is, and less east is better, because you don't want them coming directly off the ocean because the oceans are warmer. But that northeast wind, which is the nor'easter, is what supplies the cold air, and then you get your classic nor'easters. But anyway, this is not that. Here's your storm. Look at it. Right here. Warm air coming in, cold air wrapping in behind. That's it. That's the bottom line. And as it tracks, you can see right over the lakes, and then beelines, and you could see exactly where which side of the storm is snow and which side is rain. West side, cold. East side, warm. I don't know. That's it. It's not magic. It's not because of anything else. It's the track of the storm. Now, why is the storm tracking that way? Well, if you look at the big picture, there's a ton of forcing mechanisms, right, with the jet stream and so on, but that's a whole different other video because I'm just again, like I said, under the weather. But I'll do that video. I will do a video on why the pattern has been for storm tracks that have been mainly to the west of us, through the Great Lakes. Remember the storm that was 2 weeks before Christmas? That was the closest one to like a coastal storm, which is why the interior stayed all snow and got almost 2 feet of it. Like Catskills region and so on, they got about 18 inches on that storm. Remember, I went up for that. When I went up for that, I didn't think that was the last snow I'd see. But apparently it was. Anyway, listen, I digress. I was trying to make this video short. We'll see how long it clocked. I'm feeling like it was 5 minutes. But you'll see some snow. Just be careful. Maybe some slick spots, some places, definitely on the colder surfaces. It all washes away. And then there's some more chances and there's more things to look at. And we'll see. But has the pattern worked out for us? No. We've been on the warm side of the storms. Can that change? Who knows? We got another month plus left. So make sure you like, subscribe. I have to remember all these things. Comment, all that. Comment, tell me, do you care that you haven't seen snow? Or are you hoping we go snowless? Also, look it up. I guarantee New York City's had a bunch of snowless winters. Have a good one, everyone. And I'll keep you posted with what we're seeing in the long range.